Welcome back, everyone, to a very special episode of In Her Season podcast. I am visited today by not one, but two incredibly special guests because it is both of their first time on the podcast, and they're incredibly special to me because I am joined today by my mom, Teresa, and my sister, Victoria, both of which I'm sure y'all have heard various stories about throughout the era of this podcast. But this is especially super fun today because it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
Both of these women are very close to me and mothers in my life, and I, as many of you know, am on my way to getting to become a first-time mother myself. So,
yay.
for Mother's Day, I know, yay, yay, yay. So for Mother's Day, I have some fun interview questions, and this is going to be a really fun, just kind of keepsake episode, you know? Yeah. We'll get to show this future little baby down the line and just hopefully have like a little time capsule of momminess. I don't know.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So, all right, y'all. I've got questions for them. I have not prepped them with more than, don't worry, I can cut it out if you feel like it. So, that's as much as they've been prepped. Let's see how well they do. What was your first thought when you found out you were pregnant for the first time?
I mean, your dad had wanted to have kids much earlier than I was ready for. So I pushed it off because I was going to be tenured first. I was going to be at the right place in my career so that I could take maternity leave and feel comfortable with those decisions. And so...
He won?
We waited 4 years.
I said you waited because I'm like, wait, no.
He's like, well, how are we ever going to know how many years we've been married if...
He wanted your marriage to line up with how old your oldest child is.
What is a little helpful because let's be really real here. My oldest is was born a week before my 1 year anniversary.
It is really easy for you because if somebody ever asked me how long you've been married, I would say. No, it actually...
It was 2020.
I was going to say, that's how I would do it because
it was 2020. It makes it very easy.
Yeah, yours is really easy. Okay, so Dad was concerned that he wasn't going to know how long you've been married. Valid male concern, I don't know, in a stereotypical way. Okay.
So I got tenure, and after I got tenure...
You were like, that was the agreement.
Boom, pregnant.
Boom, pregnant. So what did you think when you found out you were pregnant? Like, it was actually real?
I'm sorry, it's been too
I'm not special. It's fine, guys. I'm not my own.
Victoria is the oldest, y'all, so this is about her specifically now.
I don't remember more. I'm sorry.
Okay, Victoria, you have thoughts? Yours is, I mean, gosh,
Much more recent.
I was gonna say like almost 5 years, but I don't want James to be 5 yet.
I don't want James to be 5 yet either.
Yeah,
like
she was pregnant for
5 years ago.
I had been pregnant. Yeah, my first pregnancy was about 5 years ago. First thoughts when I found out I was pregnant was, holy shit, that's a plus sign. I mean, that's what it was.
That's a good one.
I mean, because, not like we were trying for James for very long.
Yeah.
Because we got pregnant very quickly after we decided to start trying. It was still like, just in that process of trying to get pregnant too. It's like, you still take like 20 pregnancy tests. I don't think I took that many, let's be fair. But
okay, I only took one.
Well, okay, different time, Mom.
Okay, guys, I took one, but it was the strip one, so then I went to get another one just so I could have the pretty one with like the blue cap that's like...
And I wanted the fancy one!
Yeah, well, and I wanted the one that specifically said pregnant, so I could be like, I can't kid myself then.
No, I had the strips, and I was peeing on the strips probably every day, which is very unhealthy. And we were not like tracking anything or doing anything like that. I'm just like, we're having unprotected sex. Clearly I should be tracking a receipt every day if I'm pregnant. So that is, it was like, oh, that's a plus sign. I got one, it has a plus sign.
I win! Okay, got you. This one's a bit more general for y'all.
Okay.
Something about motherhood that surprised you.
Surprised.
How natural it came to me, or
Really? That's so nice.
I think
that's a really nice thing to say. Like the first thing that comes to your mind is how natural.
I'm a reserved person, and I being around other people's kids, I didn't want them touching me. I didn't want them crawling in my lap. I was not fond of that, and I was nervous that having my own children, I was not going to know how to bond or anything.
Okay, it's really ironic that you say that because I was recently telling Hayden how we can't actually anticipate what his parents will be as grandparents. I was like, my parents, we kind of know, but I was like, but because my parents surprised us a bit. Because we said that about you, we were like, well, my mom always said, well, I like my kids, like my young kids. Well, we didn't know, but like your grandkids, they kind of are your kids, and it definitely feels that way and falls naturally too, in the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that's really sweet answer, Mom.
Mine's not going to be sweet.
Okay, what's yours? You gonna take it a funnier route?
I'm okay with the gross stuff. I didn't think I'd be as okay with the gross stuff. Oh, yep, you got a booger. Like, here, let me just...
Victoria, the amount of times I've seen you take your thumb to wipe your children's boogers,
I do wash my hands very regularly, guys. Every time I go into the kitchen, I walk past the bathroom, I'm washing my hands.
As if there's a single person out there who might not know, my sister has 4 young boys. Her life with the boys is... There's a lot of snot happening. There's a lot of boogers.
They all also have like allergy problems and breathing problems, and they got a lot. They get
you gotta go
sick
outside
very
when
quickly,
you're a kid,
and they love outside, especially my twins who have more breathing problems and allergy problems than my other two. And so I got really okay with the gross stuff, and I like the poopy diapers and stuff. Like, I knew that was going to be fine.
Yeah.
It was the wiping the snot. It was dealing with the gross mucus in their eyeballs. It was, I didn't and all of the cuts and scrapes and bruises and boo-boos and but none of that just even phases me anymore. And so that was the part that
it never did when you became a mom.
Didn't. Yeah. As soon as I became a mom, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is just what you do. This is motherhood, okay?
This is what my child needs.
Because it just came of you, so it's like their ickiness. It's like your own eye.
It's my ickiness.
You're like, I'm sorry, you came out of my body. It's actually mine. So excuse you. Let me get that. Okay. All right, here, Mom. What child was the wildest? As a child.
As a child.
Yeah. Because I feel like you're going to say me if I just give you, in general. How about as a child?
I still
really? Victoria could have been. Victoria was fun.
Victoria was fun. Victoria... Okay, well,
what about me?
Victoria and Olivia are very different humans.
Here's my example for you.
Okay.
When I was expecting Olivia and I knew I needed to have the crib for her, I put Victoria in a twin bed. Right?
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria would call out for me in the morning saying, Mom, come get me.
Would not leave the bed, guys.
Would not leave the bed.
Okay,
Olivia, 18 months, figured out how to crawl out of her crib so that she could go sleep with her sister.
Didn't you love me?
Did I? I maybe that.
But did that not warm your heart though and be like, this is why you have little sisters together?
I'm so glad that I had girls.
This is why Leo is Olivia constantly. Because Leo figured out how to climb out of his crib into his brother's crib.
I love, Donnie and Leo. I'm a Gemini, so I'm like, they're the two sides of me.
A little bit, and they're my middle.
They're the middle, we vibe. It's fine. Okay, so is Leo your most wild child?
100%.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because they're the child that's not gonna wait for mom to come get them out of bed.
Leo
and
is
follow
the one
rules.
that gives me the most heart attack moments.
To be fair, when they were all at my house last week, Leo kind of mini ran away twice on purpose. and he explained it as he was just wondering what would happen. He was like, Liv, I was behind the tree. I was like, yeah, but I couldn't find you. He's like, no, I was right there just behind the tree. I was purposefully behind the tree where you knew I couldn't find you as I was calling for you.
Liv, I was in the car turning on all the buttons. It was fine.
I was just sitting there on purpose. Okay, good for Leo. Good for me. Okay, how about both of you all have been pregnant 3 times. Mm-hmm. Which one was the hardest? Which one was the easiest? What made it that way for you? I am currently, for the record, 13 weeks pregnant right now. So I have a lot of it ahead.
You're still making it a good chunk of the way through.
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
In enjoy every moment of it.
Right.
I mean, mine's not fair. It was twins. Like,
Oh, that's got to be the hardest by
that was
far.
by far the hardest one, just because it's just double draining on your body. It is. I had nausea with them, way worse than I was with James. Henry's wasn't as bad as the twins, but I mean, I still had nausea with Henry. I would definitely say Henry's was probably my easiest, but like that's with the caveat of we also moved while I was pregnant with Henry, and
Her youngest.
and so that was like exhausting in that way. But James, because I didn't know what I was feeling for half the time, I wouldn't say his was easy or hard. His was just like
Confusing, maybe?
confusing and trying to figure it out.
I feel like I remember that energy from you. It was a lot of like, I mean, I don't know, which is very valid and pretty much sums up a first-time pregnancy.
Yeah.
My response in my video telling my husband I'm pregnant for the first time, he's like, "Are you serious?" And I literally say, I mean, I guess. I said apparently. Because, I mean, I'm not the doctor. The test said.
It's what we're going for.
I mean, that's as much as I have to go off. So apparently.
I'm going to echo what she said, that the pregnancies were different because I was different at each point.
It's so funny because you can be the same person, the same gender, but like you'll always be a different age. You'll always have different things. Like even if you live in the same house, you have different stressors, different.
I mean,
it'll
when
never
I
be
was
the
pregnant
same.
With Victoria, obviously, it was the same for me. I didn't know what I was experiencing or expecting, and you know, there's a lot more information out now than there was when I was going through it. And
The 90s, such a time.
you know, but I remember being tired with her overall.
With Victoria.
That's what I remember with James too. I was tired.
That's what I feel like I would say for my first trimester when people have asked me like, "Oh, how was the nausea in the morning sickness?" I'm like, I was tired.
I was tired. But when I was pregnant with you, I had a toddler.
Yeah.
You don't get to be tired anymore.
get to
No,
be tired
that's
anymore.
what blows my mind. It's
Yeah.
like they'll never be the same because they couldn't ever be.
No.
There's just no way. But that's why it's like, so would you say like I was the hardest pregnancy versus Graham? Like my younger brother?
I mean, with Graham, I had a geriatric pregnancy because
Because you were 36.
I was 36. I know. I was, working full time. You girls were in elementary school. It was 9/11.
It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
9/11.
There were those kinds of stressors in my life. I don't think any of my pregnancies were very hard.
How did 9/11 affect like you while being pregnant? You know, so many people talk about like, oh, like the hope of bringing a child or like the world that you want to bring a child into, and you were hit with 9/11 while heavily pregnant and bringing a child into a post 9/11 world. Like, was that a thing that crossed your mind at the time?
No, I mean, I was already pregnant.
No, but like,
I mean, I was more protective, I think.
I mean, a lot changed in the world to become more protective back
But
then.
as I watched it unfold, I immediately became protective of where you girls were at and what was happening and what I could filter that you were being exposed to. And I know you both commented to me on that at different times too, that I didn't let you see the TV or some things. I can't remember all of it right now, but so I think I just got real protective. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to control what's in your space and what I can control. Yeah.
All right. Another question. Oh. This is going to be just as based on memory what you can do. Funniest parenting fail.
Parenting
I
fail.
was gonna say, Victoria's got a lot of toddlers right now. I feel like there could be just like moments.
I mean, I do feel like it was like quite the fail when we like as 4 adults were sitting inside on the couch
last weekend
at your house, and all of a sudden we look up and we're like,
Where's Leo?
wait, there's only 3 heads.
Hold on, where's Leo?
Where's Leo?
The door, my front door, you guys, it was ajar, but
wasn't ajar enough though.
No, my husband had like just ran out to
He
get
did.
something, so like it didn't concern anyone that the door was like ajar. But
just
no,
must have forgotten to close
it
it.
was left open by a 3-year-old.
I mean, and we searched the house for like a solid like 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, we all were like, I mean, he couldn't have gone far.
He has to be hiding from us. And nope, he was sure enough in the van pressing all of the buttons. Like there was no keys, so he couldn't go anywhere. But he definitely got some doors open, and
did a good job.
And I will say, this is the nice thing about cars nowadays versus when we were kids, because like back then they would have turned on if you didn't have the gas on the pedal, or some of them would. Because I know I've heard stories about parents being like, "Oh, that happened to me. My kid took out the neighbor's mailbox." You know what I mean? But Leo didn't because he couldn't, so he just sat.
Hey, and he didn't go very far, and it was fine. But yeah, no, that is the one that sticks out most in my brain right now.
Understood. How about you, Mom? Your parenting time era was a while ago.
So much longer. Yeah. Was it the time that my daughter got scissors and cut her ponytail off?
An iconic moment of my childhood. How old was I?
You were 3, like just 3.
I was pulling a Leo.
I was just saying, you and Leo, man.
I remember this day, you guys. My mom was scrapbooking on the living room floor. I'm literally like sitting on the couch, like watching you scrapbook, and watching her cut the papers. Yeah, I was watching her cut paper for the scrapbook, and it looked fun. It did. It looked fun. I don't know where you went, but I saw my window, and I took the scissors, and I went to the bathroom, and I crawled up on the sink, and I went, chop half my hair off in one go.
Yeah.
Why did it occur to me to cut my hair?
I don't have any idea.
I don't know. It took you so long to grow it.
So, apparently, I was very comfortable without it.
I guess so.
I mean, it took
So,
kind of crazy.
scissors. You can't put anything past a toddler, you guys.
Well, I mean, scissors are just very dangerous around toddlers because, you know, my lovely stepdaughter, who love dearly, you know, she's older. She's 11 right now. She left scissors out, and we didn't notice that there were scissors left out. And then, you know, James and Leo get a hold of said scissors, and we start chasing poor Donnie.
Poor Donnie, man.
Poor Donnie around with said scissors. And, you know, it didn't get his eye. It got really close, guys. He's got a nice little scar right next to his eyeball. But it didn't get his eye. So
The brothers really love each other.
they really do.
In the brotherly way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a very boy brother way.
So scissors. Scissors are the big cautionary tale that I'm getting.
Keep those away. Keep
There
those
we go.
away.
Scissors, you guys. Okay. Here, Mom. This is fun and / only half true right now. But what's it like for you? I know it's been fun. I've asked you in the past, and we've talked about how you like getting to watch your siblings become parents. What's it like now watching your daughters become parents?
I'm enjoying it. You know,
Okay.
I like that.
well, it's different, I guess, being a grandparent, because when you look at the kids, you just have a different relationship with them. But watching you be their parent, I can see how exhausted you are. I can see how stressed, you know, they make you at times, and I don't have to do that.
That's
right
not
now.
nice.
So for me, I just it's just the joy.
I mean, but I will
Aw.
say, like, you still parent me sometimes. Like, you look at how exhausted I am, and you're like, Victoria, you're way too exhausted. You need to go lay down. Like, I'm going to take the kids from you for a little bit. Like, I mean,
never
Doesn't that
stop
feel?
being-
I was
you
gonna
never
say that
stop
probably
being a
feels
parent.
nice
Yeah.
to
You never
hear.
stop being a parent. My mom still parents me.
go,
She's like,
Grandma.
so take it. Okay.
She's like, be sure you take care of yourself when you go down there. You know.
You know, it's really hard to do as a mom. Okay? It's
Yeah.
really hard to do.
God bless. Okay. What advice would you give to a pregnant woman that nobody told you, or that you felt like was new to you?
Don't listen to all of the advice you're getting from everybody. And
Do you feel like you did though?
do
Like,
I feel like I listened to it all? No, but I think at some point it all got in my head like, oh, that's a thing? Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
oh my God, Victoria was at my house, you guys, and my husband had recently got me a weighted blanket, and she was like, are you so not supposed to have waiting blankets while pregnant? And I was like, damn it, am I not? I got that too. You can't do anything. You can't eat anything while pregnant. And I understand, and I knew that was going to be a thing, but I was like, the weighted blanket, thank God. Victoria looks up. She's like, no, it's fine. You can
fine.
actually
You're good with the weighted
fine.
blanket. Just not too heavy.
But I was concerned for a moment, yeah.
So I just, like, that's the piece of advice when I was pregnant that, like, I wish somebody just came out and said, like, everybody is going to want to talk to you about their experiences and what they went through. And it's like, yeah, that's really valid for them. Love that they want to share that story with me. But my pregnancy is different than theirs, even if I'm going through some similar symptoms at that moment. But what works for me might not have worked for them or whatever. Like, you don't have to listen to everything everybody tells you.
It's true. Like, I always really liked, like, pregnancy is something I've always had, like, an interest in. And I've always really liked hearing people's stories or takes or the funny things that have happened to them. But, like, becoming pregnant, it's like, okay, now you have to, like, protect your mental space so much more, where it's like, crap, like, I'll recognize if I hear, you know, like, oh, this happened to somebody, I know about myself. I'm like, okay, I need to, like, detach that, like, if this starts, then it's gonna be like that girl, because it's not, you know.
Nope.
And that is hard, like, to protect your mental space. Yeah.
I don't have anything to add. I'm sorry.
All right, sounds good. I won't push you for it. Okay. What changed, I guess, like, what changes from first baby to last baby so far? I was going to say from baby 1 to 4, but then I was like, and then 1 to 3, like, you know.
Yeah.
From where we're at.
3 pregnancies.
3 pregnancies.
But baby 1 to last baby, like, what do you think changes?
You're so much more comfortable with what's going on. You know, you have your first baby and you walk around like you've got an eggshell. And, it's fragile, it's going to break. And I mean, your goal is obviously to protect it, but
I mean, I think thank God I didn't have stairs with James, because I bring Henry home and I was terrified to walk Henry down the stairs, guys. Like, and Henry was, again, my 4th baby. And I was just like, oh my God, how do you walk down the stairs and hold a baby? I can't imagine having to have to go through that with James when he was like, I mean, like.
Thank goodness you didn't have that with the twins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, 1 in each arm, and you had a 1-year-old at the time that you
More
had
power
them.
to all the moms who go through stairs and twins. Like, I don't, this is so much.
Does it sound scary to me?
It sounds scary.
Did you guys have that, like postpartum anxiety where you had the crazy thoughts going through your head about things are going to hurt your baby? Like, have you heard those wild stories from women where they're like, I'm literally outside sitting on a picnic blanket with my child thinking that a knife is going to fall out of the knife block, fall down the patio stairs, and come stab my baby in the middle of the backyard?
I've not experienced any of that. No.
Okay, good.
No, I mean, there were maybe little pieces of like, oh my God, I am the only one that can protect, like, especially at James. Like, nope, I'm the one who has to protect him. I'm the only one who can take care of him. And my husband's great. And he was very well versed in baby at that time because, again, I have a stepdaughter. And so he'd been through this once and he's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, other people can take care of my baby. And I'm like, no, this is my baby.
Yeah, because you're not the mom.
But you don't get it, okay? So, like, I had a little bit of that, but nothing, like, super crazy, like, oh, my God, the world's going to end, and my baby is, of course, going to be in the crack in the center, and, like, literally,
you hear these stories sometimes, and I'm like, oh, my God, that's so intense.
No, nothing that intense.
How about for you, Mom?
Well, by the time I had Graham, you know, life was moving. It was busy, and I mean, I just remember time after time, I'm like, I have to make dinner. Somebody watch Graham. I have to go do this. Somebody watch Graham, you know.
Well, and that's where I was going to be at, too. Like, it's so much easier to push. Like, I love Henry to pieces, but it's so much easier to be like, oh, somebody else take care of Henry. I've got to go do 20 other things.
I've got things to do.
I got stuff.
Did you think, like in reality, looking back, I was 5 turning 6-ish when Graham was born and Victoria was 8. Were we actually helpful at all?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like in entertaining him and like.
I'm sure part of it was because you were both girls.
You know, I mean, I kind of do think that. I would agree, but like we actually were helpful. We weren't like, oh God, you got to give them a test, make them think they're helpful. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I don't know what you did with Graham, but you played with him.
I'm sure we entertained him.
We
like-
kept eyes on him for you too. Like I would go get you if there was an issue with
Yeah,
him. Like
I
we
wasn't-
cared about him deeply. We
Ever.
were obsessed with him.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so.
And I didn't, and I could be in the kitchen, and I didn't have to be supervising everything. And it was fine. Or I could be doing whatever laundry or grading papers or whatever was on my agenda. You know.
I see a lot of things nowadays, like, or a lot of theories about, and like, or, you know, tips and tricks on parents introducing like their new baby to their current kid. Yeah, to their siblings. Mm-hmm. For you, Victoria, all of your kids were very young. I feel like it was like less of a concern because
James was the only one.
I mean, every time I've had to introduce James to babies, I've been concerned about introducing James.
Yeah.
I was never concerned about introducing the twins to.
No,
because there's going to be a new baby to get introduced.
because there's a baby
well,
to
I
get
guess, but
introduced.
honestly, like, it's also just because, I don't know, like I said, you see trends about it all the time of people having different theories of like, oh, I don't want my first baby to, you know, feel replaced
I
or
don't think
yada
that's
yada.
why I was worried about introducing the babies to James.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just James has always been more sensitive to
Mm-hmm.
some of that stuff, and James is mine.
I was going to say,
Yes.
James
James
is
is-
his spot with mom.
James is mine, and he is my cuddle buddy. He, like, I mean, when the twins were born, we were still co-sleeping with James.
Mm-hmm.
He was still in our bed every night, and so I was like, okay, there's gonna be these extra humans,
We're going to have 5 in the bed. Boy, that's going to be fun.
and we
California
obviously
King at that point.
we had obviously expressed to James, like, throughout the whole pregnancy, you know, like, oh, mama's got babies in her belly, but that's not real.
Especially when he was such a baby himself. He
I
was
mean,
so young.
yeah.
He was a year old when the twins were
He
born.
was a year, and he was a new 1-year-old. Like, he
Yeah.
was 13 months when the twins were born.
Yeah.
Because they came early. He should have been a little older. Okay, guys.
there is that, but he was 13 months, yes.
But I was worried about introducing James with the twins just because there was 2 of them. And I was so like, oh my God, he's 1. He's not going to understand any of this. And, you know, toddlers, and he likes to bang things, and he can't bang the poor little 4-pound babies that were in the
they were like
NICU.
creamy, like tiny little things.
But I mean, he did so well
Yeah.
with them. But then Henry was coming, and it's like James finally figured out how to share mom with these 2 brothers, and now he has to share mom with a baby. And at that point, like, he had figured out how to, like, worm his way in, so he had, like, still top spot, and he wasn't gonna be able to push out the baby.
I think he held his rank. He did a good job.
He did a very good job
But-
holding his rank, guys.
You know, so this is what I will say about my nephew, James. He told me when Henry was born that it's okay because the twins were his babies and Henry was mama's baby.
Yeah.
So that's why it was fine.
Yeah, but James is the only one who got to go meet Henry in the hospital because I was so worried about that, and I wanted James to be like, this is special and this is important, and you get to watch out for this guy too.
I love that. I think it's sweet, but like that's why I want to like compare it with you if that was even something on your radar, because I'm like, is that just more of like a modern parenting, like that people even are concerned about it?
It didn't even cross my mind
About
introducing. Well, first of all, again,
We were older with Graham, and like
but
we
you
were all
also
excited
two-
for him.
Right, you 2 are so close in age that you didn't really know the difference.
well, obviously
don't-
I didn't.
I can't remember life without Olivia.
Yeah.
Let's be very
and
real.
that's what it is when you're close in age.
Yeah.
You don't remember life without them. And so
But Graham, we were gonna remember.
Graham, you were gonna remember.
I remember you being pregnant. Like, I have memories. I remember you guys telling us that we were gonna have a baby. Even
Right.
I remember us debating his name.
Yes.
They allowed me and Victoria to be part of this debate. I don't know that we actually held any weight, but it was fun.
Don't think you had any.
I don't think we had anyway, but it was fun.
I thought we did, so it was fun.
It was fun. I do know that you were aware, and we knew ahead of time that we were having a boy, which was the only one we were able to find out on because, again, I was having a geriatric
How
pregnancy.
late did you find out that you were having a boy? Because in my memory, it was like right before you had the baby that we knew. I don't know if you knew the whole time. Because I was 5, so my memory I don't trust necessarily.
I had 2 ultrasounds with Graham. Because the first one showed he had an enlarged kidney. And so they sent us to a second ultrasound maybe at 30 weeks so that they could check. And this was like, I remember being in the doctor's office or the ultrasound specialist, wherever it was, and them doing this. And he kind of finished all of his stuff and he started playing and he pulled up the 3D image because it was like his first time.
It was a new toy.
Oh.
Because,
guys, this was 2001. Graham was born in 2002, so I guess early 2002 since he was born in March.
Yeah.
If you were 30 weeks. Yeah.
Early 2002, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was.
That's so cute, kind of.
Maybe that's when we found out. I don't.
Yeah, 30 weeks, which is crazy. Like, guys,
Could you imagine waiting
I
that
know
long?
the gender and I'm 13 weeks. Like, it actually
maybe I
feels
knew it 20
insane.
weeks, but
It feels
maybe.
insane that I get to know this information so early. It feels like we've like robbed like the world of information somehow. Like I've like cheated. I've cheated, I know.
Sneaky.
What's harder? Pregnancy, newborn phase, or raising older kids?
I have always said I've enjoyed every stage of where kids are.
My mom is so polished. Except
13.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
doesn't
she
like
said this.
13.
To be fair, Victoria hasn't experienced 13 yet.
I have not. My stepdaughter's getting close.
Yes.
So, and I mean, she would love to be there already.
To be a girl, that's girlhood
I was
right
gonna
there.
say, but I liked being pregnant, and I know some people don't. I liked being pregnant.
I feel like you said that to me as well, Victoria.
I liked being pregnant.
Okay.
I
I
liked
liked being pregnant.
newborn babies. I liked toddlers. I
Yeah.
enjoyed all, and again, it surprised me a lot of it that it was as natural to me and I was as comfortable with it as I was. But yeah, 13 was rough.
Boo. How about for you, Victoria? Her oldest is currently 4,
My
so
oldest is currently 4.
I guess you can say pregnancy, newborn, or toddler.
I'm gonna say the hardest stage. That's what we're going with. The
Yes.
hardest?
What's harder? Harder. Like out of those.
Out of those choices, having a newborn and 3 toddlers.
And having 3 kids that have a mind of their own, wanting to do their own thing, and
I mean,
one-
granted,
And
I will-
not smother the baby.
I will. Nope. I'm gonna change my answer. Having
Done.
4 independent humans and 1 mom. I've changed my mind to having 4 toddlers because you can't quite reason with a toddler yet. They don't understand that it's not safe to like go so far from mom. But they all also have their own independent minds and want to do their own
And it's like,
independent
you have to
exploring.
let them try, but
And
like you
you wanna
also,
let them try.
You're raising them to be independent. And
I
that's
am.
what you want to do.
And I am not. I'm just partially because I can't be, but I'm not one of those moms that hovers. And because I go to the parks and I watch the moms who are like right there at the slide with their 1 kid, which is great. I'm so happy for them and their 1 kid. And I definitely will see some judgment from those moms when I have one I'm with the youngest usually.
Henry does need one-on-one.
Because he does not quite have the balance that my other ones have, but then
and
Leo...
he can do it all anyway.
He does.
Yeah.
Leo will fall off the ladder or something, and another parent will have to go pick him up because he wants to lay there and scream and be like, ah! And I'm
He's
like,
a little dramatic.
he's fine, guys. He's fine.
And the mother would know that. And I have learned from you with like watching your boys that I do really like going to the park and like learning not to like freak out and like to let them try new things. Like I have been very, very proud of them and myself when I've stood back and had them like, no, Aunt Liv, help me. And I'm like, you're so strong. You have 2 legs, but you know how to do that. Oh, but I've seen you. You can do hard things, and then like. And you have to just stand your ground, and it takes them time, and you're literally sweating in the back of your mind, like, they're going to figure it out, are you going to try? And then they do it, and then I'm like, oh my God.
Welcome to parenthood.
Yeah. Well, I'm so lucky that I've gotten, like, already that from Victoria's kids.
And it's been so great to have their aunt around all the
It's
time.
been so
But
fun.
yeah, toddlerhood, when they're all 4 of them are running opposite directions, and you're like, who do I chase? Wait, where do my eyes need to look? That has been the most challenging.
That
piece.
is tough. Okay, what matters more than you thought?
Having good support. I'm still there. You see,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have people around you who are going to support what you want and listen to what you need, it's invaluable.
No, yeah, by far having a community. I mean, when I was out in Arizona, like I still had my people and I had my community around me that was able to help with just taking care of me, taking care of the kids. Like that was invaluable.
I have so many good ones. All right, rapid fire for us, okay? Co-sleeping, yes or no?
Yes.
I love that. Okay, these are my women, you guys. Okay, epidural or natural?
Natural.
I went epidural. I still like the epidural.
Cool. One thing every mom needs.
Support.
Oh, that's good.
Patience.
These are good. These are good. Okay.
It's not a material thing.
Yeah,
It's not.
With all of that, I so appreciate you guys being here. Happy Mother's Day to two of my favorite mothers. And thank you guys for spending the time here and making this a really fun little piece that we'll get to keep forever.
Yes, we will.
Yay. All right. Thank you all for listening. We'll catch you next time. Okay.